In the final of the Winston-Salem tournament, Michelsen, who was down love 3, break point to Sonego, loses the point, gets very angry. It appeared to me that he was attempting to hit the ball straight into the back fence. He shot the ball a little bit too high and ended up hitting somebody in the stands. Now, based on Michelsen's reaction, I'm sure he thought that he was going to get defaulted. Of course, this was unintentional. He wasn't trying to hit somebody. But interestingly, the chair umpire went down from the chair and talked to the person that was hit in the stands. It appeared that the umpire was checking whether this person was okay, and this person was uninjured, and the chair umpire allowed Michelsen to continue to play the match. Look, tennis is an emotional roller coaster. Players are gonna get upset, and we have to allow some leeway for these emotions to come out. And this is why the tours have a code of conduct where players get penalized for certain actions. If they scream obscenities, if they break their racket, they don't automatically get defaulted. But there are also rules in place for automatic disqualifications. In my opinion, outside of the context of a rally, if someone rips the ball into the back fence, into the side fence, into the net, if a player rips the ball into the stands, outside of the stadium, if a player throws their racket helicopter style into the back fence or into the net, this has to be an automatic default. And here's the reason why. Obviously, if you're throwing your racket helicopter style and you don't control the throw properly, you can hit somebody and really hurt somebody with a tennis racket. But more specifically, what happens with players, and this is true for all levels of the game all across the world, is that players get angry and they rifle a ball into the back fence, into the net, or outside of the court. And the reason why this is so dangerous is the following. See, when you're playing tennis and you know the ball's coming at you, even if somebody tries to hit you, you can protect yourself by getting your body out of the way, maybe putting the racket in front of your face. But when you're not expecting the ball to come to you, the ball can hit you anywhere on the body. There's one specific area of the body that is so vulnerable to a tennis ball, and that is the eye. See, the tennis ball fits right into the eye socket. And I have a serious opinion on this because I heard a story while I was in college from a team from our conference where somebody lost their eye watching a tennis match. It was on an indoor court where there was no separation between the courts, and this person was standing with other people on the other court watching the match, and the player mishit a serve and the ball was coming very fast, and I guess this person wasn't paying attention and the ball went directly into the eye, and this person ended up losing their eye because of the tennis ball. So this is extremely dangerous, and it is for that reason that I always had a rule in group lessons that you are not allowed to hit balls over the net while everybody else is picking up or not paying attention. You're only allowed to hit a ball out of the context of a drill or a rally, because what would often happen when the basket was empty, everybody would be picking up, that there would be some players, this is mostly juniors, not so much adults, they would hit the balls to the other side, and of course the other players are not paying attention. This is extremely dangerous, and I'm seeing it so often at any level of the game where players are hitting the ball outside of the court. I saw it in Cincinnati from Nishioka, where he hit 2 balls out of the stadium, and I've seen some of your favorite players do this. Roger Federer rifled the ball at the French Open. It looked like he was hitting it outside the stadium, and there was a guy going like this in the stands. This is extremely dangerous because you don't know where that ball is going to land. There are people walking on the grounds, and somebody can get hit in the eye and lose their eye because of it. So to me, the rules have to be super strict. We can't wait for somebody to get hurt. We have to make sure that there's an automatic default for anybody rifling a ball anywhere in the court outside of the context of a tennis rally. If you are giving the ball to the ball kid, you're going to lightly tap it on the ground. See, Novak Djokovic's case in 2020 when he was defaulted at the US Open against Carreño Busta, that year was Thiem and Zverev in the final. There was a good chance that Novak could have won that tournament. A lot of people are saying that Novak shouldn't have been disqualified, but I don't agree, because if you pay close attention to the tape, even though Novak didn't hit that ball very hard, it was in the first set at 6-5, he was walking towards the bench, and he hit a ball very lightly, maybe 20 miles an hour, towards the back fence of the court, and he ended up hitting someone. So a ball, even at 20 miles an hour or 10 miles an hour. Just imagine that ball going right into your eye socket. That's gonna make a lot of damage. So Novak Djokovic was rightfully disqualified, and Michelsen should have been disqualified, and Nishioka should have been disqualified. The worst example of this was in Davis Cup with Shapovalov, where he was attempting to hit a ball into the stance, and he ended up ripping the ball into the umpire's face, and miraculously the umpire was okay. So even if you're not a professional, understand that the tennis ball can be extremely dangerous, and stop rifling the ball into places outside of the context of a rally. Again, we have to leave room for players to be expressive, and it's okay to get angry, but one line that I draw is when you put somebody else's health in danger. That to me has to be an automatic default.